What is up? It's the Figure Hunter, and today we're going to do the in-depth heart rate analysis test for the Polar Vantage V3. The Polar Vantage V3 is new to the scene with a bright, crisp AMOLED screen, and the full review for that is coming out in the next few days. But the first thing we want to do is to analyze the quality of the heart rate accuracy when doing higher intensity workouts, specifically CrossFit, but I mixed in a bunch of different workouts. So if you like this review, please give it a thumbs up. Please consider subscribing for more. If you're new to the channel, I test devices for higher intensity interval training. I only test devices if they have both wellness and recovery and training analytics. And all my reviews are sort of straight to the point because I have to focus my time on content and don't have the time for fancy editing skills. So the Polar Vantage V3 is a competitive device at the $600 price point in today's market because it now brings the AMOLED. It has a sort of mapping capability, as well as it has reasonable battery life, which puts it on the block with other competing watches like from Garmin and now from Suunto with the Suunto Race. But as we always talk about, the heart rate accuracy is a crux of what's going to provide quality training analytics. So the heart rate capability, the optical heart rate sensor, is a capability to keep up with a higher intensity workout, especially a workout that has fluctuating heart rate, as well as really high heart rate, as well as wrist flex across the optical heart rate sensor. That's going to determine whether you just absolutely need a chest strap, whether you're going to want to get any accuracy out of the training analysis. So what I did is I took it across 5 workouts. I felt like 5 workouts was enough data to be able to provide clear analysis. In those 5 workouts, it's compared to a chest strap. So we're going to look at the charts, the chest strap overlaid with the Vantage V3's optical heart rate sensor accuracy. Then we're going to look at a correlation graph to see how it correlated and what accuracy level the optical sensor has to an ECG chest strap, which is the gold standard. And from that, we can glean if it's worth its salt to be able to provide quality training analytics. Is the heart rate is accurate or not, or do we need just to simply connect to a chest strap for each and every workout? So with that, let's dive into the charts and the correlation graph and then come back together and talk about it. Okay, start with the charts. We just did 5 workouts. So obviously you can see didn't keep up with the intensity of the lifting portion or even the repeating rounds. The Polar Vantage the Vantage V3 is always going to be in red. Here, didn't keep up with the peaks. Really missed the boat as far as the most important parts of cardiovascular strain. Those are pretty high heart rates. Here was just actually a repeating single rep of back squats just to show sort of like a lifting only. This wasn't wrist flex, dependent lift, but still all over the place. Here, at least it did track somewhat for a period of time, but the intensity went really high and it just didn't quite keep up. It's not the worst I've ever seen, but just not fantastic. And then another one where it actually did keep up with the intense portion of the Metcon, but the back half and some of the warm-up was just, not on point. And that's like 23 minutes of, warm-up biking. So now looking at the correlation, the correlation is 0.74. You can see 0.74 is one number to take into account, but you can see the graph itself over just the 5 workouts is all over the place instead of a diagonal up the middle like it should be. So I would take this just to simply mean that it absolutely needs to connect to an external heart rate sensor to be able to have accurate feedback on training. Now, what do we see in summary? In summary, it's not enough. It's not nearly accurate enough at 0.72. That's basically on the lower end of devices today. Like if you look at like the Amazfit Balance was like 0.9 something. The Garmin watch is 0.95 and the Apple Watch 0.98. Those are all super high level accuracy, but worthwhile accuracy, worthwhile heart rate details coming from the optical sensor to be able to provide quality training feedback, both on the rigor of each workout as well as the volume over time. But now we see with the Vantage V3, it is not accurate enough. You need to connect it to a chest strap. It connects very easily to any kind of Bluetooth chest strap, armband, connected to some sort of external heart rate sensor. I have been loving the Coros heart rate armband as a simple, relatively near perfect accuracy, just high level accuracy compared to a chest strap, as a simple, less intrusive way to keep the heart rate accurate. So stay tuned for the full review of the Polar Vantage V3. It's a Figure Hunter. Thanks so much for watching.